first, I'm sorry, the wind is blowing. I live in a 200-year-old home that does not have air conditioning, and apparently, I don't know, it's like 100% humidity, which I equate to swimming in water, and that's what I feel like right now. So I need this fan. I will not make it through the video without it. So anyway, I thought I'd do like a quick little, here's how life is going as a new RN, because I started my job 2 weeks ago, but I've only worked 2 actual RN shifts. So the first week was all orientation, like basically training on skills, and then the next week was our like training for our documenting system, and then the last 2 days have been on my unit. So yeah. So I'm not gonna say where I work, but I think some of you guys do know that because pretty much posted it all over Facebook. I'm not gonna say, but if you know, you know, and if you don't know, you don't know. But I do work on I'm orienting on a GI unit. So obviously I was very excited to find that out because I want to do GI stuff anyway. Some of you guys know I want to be an ostomy nurse at some point. But I had 2 12-hour shifts yesterday and the day before, and it was totally, I don't know what word to describe it, but I was just very surprised by the amount of freedom and trust that they gave me. You know, going from school where you have to have your preceptor or your clinical instructor right next to you for everything. Like, I went in with my nurse and she was like, okay, here's how to do it one time, and then good luck the next time. So I'm just, you know, you get thrown into it and you just do it. You just get things done, and it's crazy. I think my biggest fear going into the hospital was, how do I talk to doctors? How do I talk to the other people in the hospital? Because you don't really get that freedom in nursing school. Your nurse has to do it because liability reasons. They don't want you making a mistake when you're talking to a doctor. But like, I basically got handed a phone and was like, okay, there you go. Call the doctor if you need them. Okay, bye. So it was definitely an adjustment, and it's crazy how much freedom I have. I'm also, it's a little bit different because mainly in nursing school I worked with adults, so I was inpatient with adults, and now I'm in pediatrics. So there are a lot of different things. Like with adults, you can do a lot of procedures by yourself. If you're changing a central line, if you're changing, I don't know, what else would you be doing? Basically the sterile stuff. You know, in nursing school, I had always learned if you're doing a sterile procedure, you have 2 hands, you have your sterile gloves on, but one hand, usually your non-dominant hand, becomes the dirty hand. And that's what, like, if you're, I don't know, changing a central line and you have to pick up the line, then your right hand is sterile and you can clean, and they don't do that in peds. My nurse told me, she was like, that's crazy, like, you're sterile, you stay that way. So you have 2 people come in, so one person does the non-sterile stuff and the other person does the sterile stuff, which I was like, what? So it's, you know, I have to work with other people on things that I haven't always had to do, so that's an adjustment as well. I'm also adjusting to the 12-hour shifts. In nursing school, I did do 12-hour shifts, but you know, they were spaced out because you usually have clinical like Tuesday, Thursday, or like, you know, certain days of the week, and they're spread out. And doing 2 12s right next to each other and working in a place that is not exactly close to my house. Some mornings it takes 45 minutes to get there, and then other times it's an hour and a half. So, you know, adding that onto the 12-hour, well, 12 and a half hours because of report, you know, you come home and you're dead, and having to get up at 4:30 the next day just makes you want to cry. But I am sure I will get used to it. My goal, I don't know if it'll happen or not because I'm still learning how things work at the hospital, but I would really like to work overnight, just because I have my dogs, and my boyfriend works 5 days a week during the day, and I think it would be good that they always have somebody home rather than, you know, either having to find dog sitters or them having to be alone for a long time. I really want to work overnight, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm definitely enjoying being a nurse, and I can't believe I'm a nurse. I'm really enjoying it, and it's super stressful, but obviously I'm brand new. I know I'm gonna get into the swing of things eventually. I'll become better at time management, and I'll learn the skills and all of that, but I've definitely, in the 2 days that I've worked, had very stressful moments. I've already been splashed in every bodily fluid. And you know, working on a GI unit, you can guess what I got all over my pants yesterday and had to wash out. So that was fun. Yeah, but it's really great, and I am learning. I really enjoy working with the kids. I've had all different ages, not all different ages, but I've had a range, and you know, you talk to the older ones and they're interested in how you became a nurse, and they're telling you what they want to be, and then the little ones, you know, it's like, it's a challenge communicating with them, and it's a totally different practice than adults. You have to use so many other skills, so it's interesting, and I like it a lot. But in the meantime, I have 3 days off, and I was so excited for it. I was like, Friday, I'm going to sleep forever. And I slept until like 8:15 because I guess I'm just used to waking up earlier. I guess some people don't consider 8:15 early, but I was surprised I woke up that early. I thought at least like 9:30, maybe 10, based on how I was feeling. So yeah. Alright, so that's pretty much all I have to say about my first 2 weeks as an RN, and I'll probably do updates as I like actually start to feel like a nurse. And I also want to do an update on my health, because I feel like I had this revelation, like this just realization about what's going on with me. I don't want to say like I don't feel good, but I have some updates. So yeah, we'll get to that later. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon. Bye.